Hi all, right back with more Space Empires 4X, playing the one-player Alien Empire scenario. This is part 17, I think. Okay, so the following day from the last part, I'll be working today, so I've got a little bit of time before work. I don't start till later, so where are we at? Well, we've just done economy phase 12. We moved on to round 1. I see there's a red fleet there. Just try to catch up because I can't remember. A red fleet of 112 points. They're sitting with ship size 3. However, they've got 40 points in tech, so there's a good chance that I'll go to ship size 4, which means it could bring battle cruisers. Yeah, battle cruisers at best. But you seen what happened when it spent everything on scouts. I think that's ringing a bell now, didn't I? Last night, I just can't recall what we've done. I want to believe I made a bunch of scouts to try and Now, Mike go the other way about, and they don't build. Well, whether they build scouts or not, you seen what scouts done to my force the last time. So, and the fact that I've got tactics, if they did build scouts, I'm getting to fire at them first, unless they purchase tactics as well, of course. Then I'm more than likely going to be the attacker, because you see how difficult it is to manoeuvre them to a place where you want them to come into when it means you're defending it, so they're unlikely to go there. Well, right now, I suppose looking at, I believe this is going to be the target, isn't it? Now, he upgraded his movement, I want to say as well, didn't he? But I thought that was going to affect us, but I don't think it is. So it's movement 3. So he moves 1, 2, then 2. So 1, 2, then it would be 2. So does that mean he can reach this? 1, 2, it does. So that does affect that, because if he wasn't able to reach that, we could actually just put everything in here, couldn't we? Mind you, you're not going to reach there. Oh yeah, we've got movement 2 as well. He's got movement 3, sorry. We've got movement 2, so I would be able to reach there. And I still can, but he's then going to detour to there once I defend that. And I'm not getting another. I tell you, there's one way of maybe dealing with that, I've just noticed. If I was to bring that cruiser, assuming he's got movement technology 2, I want to say all our ships are up to date with the technology though, because we lost a bunch, so I've had to build new stuff. He could go 1, 2, and then in there on the third turn. 1, 2, and there on the third turn. Yeah, if he went in there, that would be defended, and then we'd have our other force in there defended. So then I believe he would go for that. And it means we're having to take that cruiser out of the equation, although the cruiser may maybe not have been able to get in the battle anyway. Because if we're going to jump him out in space, 1, 1, 2, we'd need to jump him in here, or it might be this hex, I suppose. It could be randomised. I'm not sure though, because that's not going closer, so it probably would be that one. So if it was there, you can see if we were to jump him in there, that cruiser's not going to make it. 1. In fact, none of our stuff's going to make that, is it? All we can do is put everything that we've got into here. And when I say everything, I mean 6 scouts, that's it. All we've got combat ships at the moment is 6 scouts and that cruiser. Hey, there's another cruiser here. Right. Okay, we forgot about that one. Well, that's good. He could be defending in there too. I think that's the best sort of bet I've got, really. Either that or you don't defend these. I don't know. Should my strategy be to not defend that? And I don't know. Okay. Well, let's just keep pushing on. It might be that this starts to look like it's not going to work, and I might have to call it a day. I'm not going to be able to play as much coming up anyway, so maybe possibly work on the rules for the bot. Maybe I'll work on that and see if I could see how that might play out for a different game. But we'll put it on for now anyway. So we've got stuff up here though. We've got a colony ship to come back and colonise Valhalla again, haven't we? And we've got a couple of pipelines to tidy that up as well. So yeah, they're all just coming in here. There's no point going down the pipeline, is there? Just take something there. It's not really any different. I mean, yes, these pipelines could move into position and they could replace them, but these are all going to reach here in time anyway, at the end of the economic phase. So I don't need to mess about it. If it was one of these wasn't going to reach in time, but I could move this one, and then clearly you would do that. But I don't need to do that. Okay, so that's that. Where's the mine? Well, this miner's still sitting down here with nothing to do, and unfortunately this cruiser's not really going to be able to. Well, you know what? It's going to be moving to here, which is quite close to these down here. So probably just leave the miner where he is. So the cruiser, however, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to defend that with that. And then put everything in there. And if they're both defended, you can't reach anything else in the economic phase. So if they're both defended, it goes for the closer one, doesn't that? The one with the less movement points. We've been through that quite a lot recently. If there are no undefended colonies, multiple defended colonies, well, that is the one that does definitely use all the tiebreakers, doesn't it? Move towards a colony that can reach in the fewest number of moves. So you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if these are both defended and there's nothing else it can reach in the economic phase, it's going to go for that one. Okay, so I think we just have to play on that. I can't really see another way of doing it. So this cruiser is going to move 1 into here. Oh yeah, let's just go double check. Cruiser CA1, just to make sure that they do have movement 2. Yeah, it does. I've got CA1 and CA3, and they all have movement 2. And I've got my scouts. I've been upgraded. Yeah, everything out there. Even the sweepers upgraded to its full. Whatever. Yeah, can't get any better than what we've got technology-wise, basically. So that cruiser moves into there. So the scouts are going to head out then. We do have a miner there with minerals, so I might as well drop them off. Yeah. Oops. So dropping the minerals off in there. Yeah, he was carrying the minerals anyway. I probably shouldn't have picked him up. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have picked him up, but anyway, well, you did. Right, this cruiser I'll explore there. Yeah, because I'd be kicking myself right now if I got a space wreck. Right, it's danger. So that was there, yeah, right. That's away, set aside. Okay, and then he's going to head there. I suppose he doesn't need to head back this turn, just needs to do it the next. Well, actually, no, turn 3 gets 2 movement. So he could sit there and search. Because this red fleet... Well, hold on, though. If this is his target, which it will be even at the moment because they're both undefended, could he go here? I mean, the black hole's there, so 1, 1, 1, 2. But could he go 1, 1, 1, 2? Well, he clearly could, couldn't he? So if he goes up there, I would then need to move. Well, I can wait if he goes there because that's a random roll for me. The only thing is, well, I suppose I need to just play it that way though and randomise. If he goes there, I don't think he can reach here, can he? 1, 1. Sorry, it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, Grant. So 1, 1, 2, in. Or 1, 1, 2, in. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. See, he can't reach there if he goes to that hex to start with. But on his initial move, turn 1, he's got to find what his target is for that turn. And his target for that turn is there. And either of the hexes gets him closer. So I've been randomising it. So that's what's going to happen. Ooh, does that mean... Ooh, that does mean I might not need to defend that then. Does that change anything? Well, I'll tell you what, where was... damn it. Was that cruiser in there? Because could I have put it in there, then use pipeline on my second move into there, and then third move... No, I'm not making it. I'm not quite making it anyway, so... don't think it really matters. That cruiser can't reach. Unless, no, he must have been in here, or in fact, he might have even been in here. I think he was in here. So if I'd put him in there on turn 1, then turn 2 use the pipelines to get an extra hex to here, and then 1, 2 on the third turn. I'm just going to be 1 short. Yeah. Well, should we... No, I don't think you should ignore the fleet and, from his point of view. I was going to say we could just ignore it and come down beside the miner and start doing some exploring, but... And it's not the first time I've like calculated something and then realised, oh wait, he's still going to look at this planet because it's such and such. So maybe I should still head that way. Right, that's fine. I'll just leave that as is. So the cruiser, I'm just going to leave him there just now, and if he does move up here, I'll then need to move him out of the way. Yeah, that's fine. I can just move him here and then on the last turn move him in. Because remember, he's going to get 2 moves on the second turn as well. Okay. Move the miner. Yeah, I need to move this as well though, don't I? Well, only if he moves this way. So I'll leave him as well. I mean, if he does move there, I think I can move here and not... Yeah, and he's not going to come after me because that's his target, so it's moving him further away, isn't it? Well, it's not getting him closer if he comes into that hex. Okay, done? I think so. Leaving the miner. Leaving that cruiser, I'm gonna move their scouts. Yeah, okay. So that's that. Blue doesn't have a fleet, but I mean red's first anyway, but blue doesn't have a fleet. So, well, we've already said right now this is his target, so he's going to randomise between that hex and that hex. So this is odd, this is even, which I will just roll off camera. I've rolled even. So it's coming along with, so that does mean that this is still in play anyway, doesn't it? Yeah, so that does mean you do need to actually defend that, doesn't it? I believe. So A comes in here. That's turn 1 movement. So I need to move that sweeper out of the way. Alright, that's turn 1 movement, etc. done. So let me reset everybody. Right, reset on to turn 2. Right, so what I'm doing here, is that a safe enough move? I think so. When it comes to him, his target is either this or this. Goes 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, this or this, however, this is closer. So that's his priority. Yeah. So yeah, he's not going to come. Yeah, because he can't move 2 movement. If he comes in there, he's got to stop and have combat, and then turn 3, he can't reach there. So yeah, that's fine. That's safe enough. Right, the scout. Sorry, the cruiser. Can actually explore. Actually, he doesn't need to move till turn 3 then now. Yeah. Okay, so I'll explore here. K1. And that minor could head back out if we get something. So for K1, warp point. Right, that just gets removed. We're not playing that. That's an optional rule. And that just gets removed. Okay, but I can leave him sitting there and he can explore this or this. Probably, well, it doesn't either matter. Before he moves his last turn back into there. Hang on. No, that's fine. Yeah, we are going to have both ships in here and here by turn 3, aren't we? Yes. Yes. So this cruiser has to move into here because he's got to go and defend that. This and the scouts need to come down. I'm not feeling confident about this at all. 6 scouts against 112. I mean, 6 scouts is 36 points. Okay, we're going to have a cruiser as well, which is another 12. So 36, that's 48 points. So we've got less than half of what he's got. What can I do? I mean, yeah, that's why I'm sort of thinking, is it... I don't know, should I be thinking of throwing the tile in, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, so... Well, to be honest, the miner's worthwhile just heading out there in case that cruiser does find something before it comes back. I think that's everybody, is it? Again, this miner's just chilling, really. Can't really... Yeah, he's not got anything to go for. He's got to wait on some more exploration if there's going to be any, but my cruisers are tied up by having to, yeah, defend, basically. Oh, this one's unable to explore a little bit. I mean, if I could have done that with him, I would, but he can't come down. He's got to spend all his movement to get to there, so that's fine. Right, okay. Over the red. So this time he's only got... actually. So he moves 2 movement on turn 2 and turn 3. So the obvious moves are, this is a black hole, so he can't go through that way. So the obvious moves are 1, 2, because this is his target. Yeah, that is the move, isn't it? I mean, he could actually go 1. He's 1, 2, 3 away. He could actually go 1, 2 and get closer to his target and be in this hex. But this is closer. You know what? It doesn't really matter because on turn 3 you could still go 1, 2 into there from there. But should I be randomising that though? I feel like it should be going in here because it's closer. Is that not right? So, if there's more than one undefended colony that can reach in the same number of economic phases, then it will move towards the colony that it can reach in the fewest number of moves. I don't know then. I'm going to have to go down to my other tiebreakers, I think. Because it can. This is its target. If it goes 1, 2, that's still, it's got closer to its target. If it goes 1, 2, it's got closer to its target. I can still reach it in the economic phase. So what are the other tiebreakers that we've been adding on then? Oh, well, actually. No, it'll move towards the colony that I can reach in the fewest number of moves. So, like I've said, that still sounds like it could go here or here. If still tied, it'll move towards the colony that is largest. Well, no, we know what colony it's heading for. If still tied, it'll move towards the colony that brings it closer to home. Still tied, the player chooses where to move the fleet. I'm not sure there, then. I feel like it should be going as close as it can get, even though if it was here, it can reach it on turn 3. I don't know. What's your thoughts there? There's the question for the day at the 22-minute mark. Should I be randomising between this hex and this hex? Or should I be just putting them in this hex because that's closer than this one? Let me know what you think. Ultimately, it's not going to matter. So, I'm going to do what I think and put it in here rather than randomising. But I could see an argument for it going into either. Because it's still moving closer. And surely it has to say at some point it needs to be moving closer to it, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just needs to reach it in the economic phase. I don't know. Right, let me know what you think. If it's not going to matter in this case, but I suppose it might in certain other cases. Okay, so that's movement. That's turn 2. So let's straighten everybody up again. Right, on to turn 3. To be honest, this might feel like the final showdown, to be honest, because I think if I get destroyed here, I don't know, I'm going to feel like am I competing here? Okay, so over here, right, the sweeper doesn't need to move. What's red got in there? Have they got more in their fleet right now? Oh, they don't. Oh, they don't. Is that a good time for me to just go in then? I think it is, isn't it? We're past... well, that was the last turn that they can gain defence points. So they've got 40... where are we? They've got 40 defence, which is a bit unfortunate. They just got that on that last turn. And they've got 40 tech. However, they've 0 fleet. Now, if I move in on their home world and they had fleet points, the fleet would launch as well. And then they would build their defence points. But this way, no fleet is going to launch, and we're going to see what they've got in defence. Yeah, I should so do this. And I've got the 2 movement to get in there. I mean, I'm not going to carry out a combat. This is just going to be dead. If mines appear, however, it'll destroy one of the mines. If no mines appear, I'm not going to, because it's going to have I don't know, 4 bases or something. I think I'll have 4 bases. I'm not going to do a combat. I'm just going to destroy that guy. Because he's not going to scratch them. Yeah, I should so do this. Okay, so... right, this cruiser first. Let us... oh, does it matter which one, Grant? Not really. Hang on. I may have forgot to move. I did. I forgot to move my colony ship and pipelines on turn 2, didn't I? Yeah, right. Well, I'm allowing myself that one because that was just daft. Right, well, sorry, they're in there. They would have moved in there because they need the 3 turns to... Remember, they don't get the extra movement point. They don't benefit from movement technology. So they started in there, turn 1 into there, turn 2 into there, and then turn 3 pipeline into there, colony ship into there, pipeline into there. Right. Well, just do that now, Grant. Right, so this moves into here, this moves into Valhalla, and then this moves into here, and that was turn 3. Okay. This miner sits tight. This cruiser has to go into here to achieve what we're trying to achieve. These scouts have to go into here. And then the last couple of bits is the cruiser's going to... I think it matters, Grant. Yeah, I'll just go for that one, I think. It's going to explore there before he moves. And we get a nebula. Another nebula. Side by side. Right, okay, and then once he's explored, he's also going to go 1, 2 into there. Well, I don't know. The miner, he's not really got... I'll just chuck him up there out of the way, I think. There's 3 exploration markers up there. Whether that cruiser's going to be around shortly anyway. Probably not. And then finally, has everyone else moved this time then, Grant? You've not forgot about anybody? No, the other miner's there, but he's not got a place to go, really. No. Right, so I'm going to spend... And he does benefit from movement technology. I did check that. So he does have it. He has moved 2. Yeah. So he's going to go 1 and then 2 into here. Now hold on. There's nothing that says that the fleet that's out there is going to change its mind now that we've moved into his home planet, is there? I don't think so. I don't feel the urge to go and look in the rules for that, but it doesn't ring any bells that it's going to change its view on things. Well, you know what? We need to look at what happens when this happens. Yeah, and I have to do this in my turn, and then what should happen next is his last turn, he's going to see that this is defended, see that this is defended, this is closer, and he's going to move in there. Because he can't reach any other colony that's undefended, right? And that's the closest one. Yeah, okay. Right, let's see what happens when we move in then. Defense points, is that? Let me have a wee look. Right, so I'm pretty sure everything is in this section here. Defense points. This is on page 12. So, defense points are not used until an AP homeworld is attacked. When the attack takes place, before the dice are rolled, spend the technology points available. Follow the same procedure as if it were a fleet, except that you do not roll for the possibility of purchasing movement technology and re-roll any 10s. Yeah, I was sort of confused by how this is all worded at first, but it makes sense in the end. I worked it out. So you're spending your technology here as if you were launching a fleet. Right. So let's just read on a bit, and I'll sort of go through how it actually works. So it says, remember the AP start with mine technology and that points are double when placed in the defence column. That's fine. We've got 40. He's got 40 points in defence and 40 in tech. Yeah, but 0 in fleet, and that's why we're doing this. In addition to the base that the AP has at start, if it's still alive, as the AP spends all CPs in both the defence and fleet column. Okay, so it's going to wipe out its fleet column and its defence column and spend it all. CPs in the fleet column are spent exactly as if a fleet was being constructed, except that this fleet will not be a raider fleet. These ships will aid in the defence of the home planet. If any survive, they will immediately launch as a fleet and begin moving on the next alien turn. So, so if there was fleet points, launches a fleet, helps them with the defence, and then it heads off towards our stuff. But there's no fleet points. Hence the reason we're doing this, like I said. There is no effect to an AP home world being blockaded. If a player's ships are in that hex during the economic phase, the AP will execute its economic phase normally, including automatically launching a fleet, building mines and bases. Okay, CPs in the defence column are spent on either bases or mines. Aliens may have more than one base at their home planet. Roll in the following table. Yeah, that's such a big cheat. Alright, so I think I showed this before. This is the table that we're going to roll on. So 1 to 3 is going to be mines, 4 to 7 balance, 8 to 10 most bases. So if mines is rolled, all available defence points, CP points, defence CPs will be spent on mines. If most bases is rolled, all available defence CPs will be spent on bases, with the rest being spent on mines once there are not enough CPs left to purchase a base. And then if balance is rolled, AP will build a base first, followed by a mine, and continue alternating purchases, the rest being spent on mines once there are not enough CPs left to purchase. Right, so that's it. So, let me get my head around this bit again. Like I say, I struggled with it at first and then I got it, but I'm just struggling with it again. Hang on. So this is going back to purchasing technology on page 10. So I think this is where we need to look to establish what's going on here. The fact that we've not got any fleet points to do makes it slightly awkward, I think, and I still assume that we're going to do it in the way that I'm thinking here. So alien players automatically start with mine technology, we know that. Whenever a fleet is launched, roll for movement technology. Well, in this defence part it says you still roll for technologies, but you don't roll for 1 to 4 and the movement technology. You also re-roll 10s, which are minesweepers, but it would purchase any of these. Now, when a fleet's launched, you don't roll on these, remember? You only roll on the movement technology. And this is the one that's saying when defence happens, you don't roll on movement technology. Because it says there are technologies other than movement are not purchased until combat occurs. Well, combat is occurring here, and if there was a fleet launched right now, there would be a combat, so it would start spending its technologies. I can only assume that even though there's not a fleet launched, there is still combat here, and it wants to spend its points on technologies. The thing is, the technologies aren't going to affect that fleet, but you know what? It might be a spanner in the works when it comes to this, because these now might be getting upgraded slightly. Well, no, they wouldn't be, because they're going to about to spend it anyway, Grant, aren't they? So it's not going to make any difference. So I think, even though that there's not a fleet being launched here, it still uses its technology up. So it's got 40 points in technology, right? It does that first. We'll get to the defence bit in a minute. So yeah, it would do well. To be honest, it would build the fleet first, then it would build the technologies. There's no fleet, so then it builds the technologies from the 40 points. We've not used fighters. We've not shown mines. We've not used radars. It's just going to be rolling on the table, isn't it? Oh, yeah. No, it's going to check for this. So with the 40 points, I mean, the red fleet that's out there was just about to do this anyway as well. So it's not, I don't think that we're doing anything. I was slightly confused the fact that there's no fleet points, so there's not a fleet being launched. So should we still be using up the technology points just now? I think yes, still, because there is a base there, and we have attacked its home planet, so that base could improve from technology upgrades right now. So yeah, even though there's not a fleet launched, there is a base. So we're gonna roll on this now. Ship size because this is the first one it'll definitely do. And remember, it says not to roll for movement technology and reroll 10s, which are minesweepers. So this is what did I say it was on? This is red, isn't it? Yeah. So it's got ship size 3. So it needs a 1 to 6 to move to ship size 4. And it's got 40 points. Moving to ship size 4 is 20 points, so it can do that. 1 to 6. Right, it's rolled a 7. Okay. So it's not purchasing ship size technology. So now it's not research fighter. It's not radar with cloak. Tech points remaining. Let's roll on this table then. So actually, it's not got attack or defense. It's not. Ship size 3, movement 3, that's all it's got. It's no special ones either. So, right, we could get lucky here with some nonsense rolls, but these are a random thing that we've got to just do, I believe. Right, so let's roll 40 points still it's got. See what we get. Right, a 2, that's going to be attack, I think. Yeah, it is attack. So a 2... Rather than me swing round here, here's my pencil. A 2 is attack technology. Like I say, it didn't have any attack. So it's now bought attack 1, and that's cost it 20 points. So it's got 20 left. So it's going to roll again. And it needs to get something for 20 points. Remember, the rules are that it needs to have 20 or more to buy technology, which it has. So let's see if we can find something else. That's a 9-point defense. How much is it to start with? Is it 20 or less? Where are we? That is 20. Yeah, it's going to take that. I mean, the conditions before about if it had was it fighters, if it's got point defense, I don't think it having point defense does anything different, does it? If human players use fighters in combat and AP does not have point defense, yeah, it's going to buy point defense, which is sort of good for us. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. But that's a roll. It's a random roll. I'm taking it. This is tough enough. Okay. Right, so I haven't took the points off yet for the attack, because I figured we'd see what we roll. So we got one attack for 20, so it's got 20 left, and we're getting point defense. Now, the sheet doesn't have the so I'll just put point 1. Is there more levels? Point defense? Yeah, there is. There's 1, 2, and 3. That costs 20 as well. So basically, that's their technology wiped out. 0. and they've got point defence. They did get attack 1, which is going to help them, but however, the point defence is only useful if I've got fighters, which I've not researched. And you might say, well, why would they bought that then anyway? But I might have researched it and they've just not seen it, you know? So that's the way that goes. Right, they're 40 points in defence now. So coming back, no, not here, over the page. Yeah. So 40 points, what are they going to spend this on? Is it going to be mines, balanced, or most bases? So we're going to see just now. Try and show them while I roll the dice. Right, there we go. Let's see what we got. A 10. Oh, it's most bases. Damn, I would have preferred some mines there. Oh, I would have so... No, I think I would have preferred balanced. Would I? Man, if it... Then again, you know what? If you've got mines, you just get some sweepers across there. And if you've only got the one base... Yeah, that's the worst result I think I got. Because even balance would have been good. That sweeper's going to do nothing as well. But at least balance would have took one of the mines out. That's annoying. So balance says it's going to build a base first, followed by oh no, that's not what we're doing. We're doing most bases. So most bases is going to be 3 bases are 36. Well, the good thing is it's not got any points left over for a mine. Well, I would have just destroyed it anyway with a minesweeper. Because 36 leaves 4 points. A mine is 5 points. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yes. So that's right, isn't it? Bases are 12, 24, 36. It's got 40. Leaves 4 over. Right, okay. So it builds 3 bases. Well, we know what's there now, so another 3... no, that should be a 4 grand. There's another 3 bases on top of the one that they had, so they've got 4 bases, which is pretty strong as it is. And let's just wipe this guy out, right? Because that's what's going to happen. He's not going to survive. Like I say, if there was a mine there, he would have took that out before he then died. Okay, so just filling this out on the defence then. So they spent 36 points, and nothing left to spend, let's say. Mine's is 5. So it's got 4 points left, and basically that's what... It can't gain anymore anyway, so this is useless now. It's just going to have 4. I could write 4s on the rest of the bit there because it's not going to gain anymore. So that's quite interesting. We've actually exposed the red player and got him whittled down to it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is still going to build more fleet points and launch more fleets. It is going to still produce some more technology points maybe and that. But it's never going to... Its defence is never going to change. That's going to be it. It's always only going to have the 4 bases there. Okay. Right. Give me a second. Right. Okay, so that's my turnover now, isn't it? So let's get this finished off. So this is turn 3 and the red player's still got to move. It can reach here or here in this last turn. Both are defended. This is the one that's nearest to, so this is the one that's going on. Okay. Right, let's get this battle sorted out and see if we're giving the game up. Okay, so battle in that colony, whatever it is called. And here we are. Well, that's us so far. So, 112 points. Right, what was it we do here again? Right, well, he's no technology points now. So we can skip all by all that. I mean, he would now be checking for ship size. They didn't roll ship size previously. That was right, I think, though, because that was in my turn. This is now in his turn. So, what am I looking for? Yeah. When the fleet's engaged in combat for the first time, AP will spend all available technology points purchasing technology, and then will build the fleet. Interestingly, though, I suppose if he had done this first, they would have rolled for movement technology, wouldn't they? But anyway. Right, and then all available technology points will be spent in the following order. He's got 0 technology points, right? So we come down to building fleets. It's not a raider fleet. We've not shown fighters. Yeah. So it's just the general building priority, isn't it? We roll. Well, sorry, no. He builds his largest ship first. This doesn't apply, and then we roll to see what he does with the rest of the points. I'm not really sure what I want to see here. So his ship size technology is only 3. So I want to say that's just a cruiser, isn't it? Ship size technology 3. Yeah, cruiser. So he's going to buy 1 cruiser for 12 points. And then he's going to have... Oh, he's going to have 100 points left. Bang on. He's got 112 points. So let's roll on this then. And then we'll work out what he's having. You know what? I don't know what I want here. Just going to roll it and see, rather than think about it. So what's he going to do with the rest of this 100 points? An 8. 7 to 10, largest ships. So he's went the other way this time. So he's going to build as many cruisers as he can. That's right, innit? Largest ships, fleet compositions, largest ships. Many points were spent on purchasing the largest ships possible. And then, obviously, if there's any remainder, he'll still buy a scout. Or a destroyer if it comes to 9 points left over. So, 100 divided by 12, basically. Yeah, so try to work it out there. It should be a simple sum, but it's 8, but he starts with 1 as well. So I want to say it's going to be 9, isn't it? It was 9 12s. Well, 10 12s is 120. So take another 12 off is 108. Leaving 4 points, which you can't buy anything with. Is that right? 9 12s, 90. And then 18 is 108. Yes, that's right. 108. So 108. So that gets wiped out, and it puts 4 points back in the fleet pool. And he comes at me with 9 cruisers. So I need 2 counters, don't I? Now, cruisers are C-class. I've got a cruiser as well. And we have tactics. So my cruiser's getting to attack first. We can take that out of the way now. My cruiser's getting to attack first, however my scouts are way down the list. So, yeah. They've got 9. Yeah, this is not going to go well, is it? It doesn't look like it's going to go well. I mean, I suppose it's all about dice rolls, so yeah. No, I'll stretch out and get them if I need them. So is that right? Is that the order? The reason my cruiser, because we are... actually, we are defending as well. So I was still benefiting from going first anyway, even without the tactics. But however, we do have tactics, so we get to fire first. And then he's then going to fire on us. Now, I'm going to just check the little formula to see. I mean, I think if it was me, I would be wanting to attack these. Because he's going to get 9 shots at attack and taking out these 6. And if they're gone, they're not firing back. So, but I will have a quick look, just in case. And I will stick with that. If it prioritises that, I'm going to let it do it. Because that's what I'm using to work things out. Right, so, technology-wise, he has, the only thing that's relevant, he has attack 1, which has just been purchased. Which is fine, yeah. And for us, right, our scouts get attack 1, defense 1. And our cruiser should have attack 2, defense 1. Tactics and moves don't matter. So, attack 1, defense 1, attack 2, defense 1. Right. Okay. Well, let's just. Well, I'm going to have to work this out anyway, haven't I? Let me quickly work this out. It shouldn't take that long. This one. Yeah. So as the scouts we're going to go for. There's my down the bottom there. Working it out. The scouts come out with 12 and the cruiser 7 remain. Well, 7.5. 15 divided by 2, isn't it? 7.5. Okay, so yeah, it does make sense. It's what I would do as well. So there you go. But after messing up that last one in my last combat in the Doomsday Machine scenario, I figured I better check because maybe I'm not the smartest when it comes to it all. Okay, so cruiser number 3, cruiser 3, he's got attack 2, large ship. I forgot about large ship again. He was always going to have that, or has he? 6? No, he's not, because we've got 6 scouts, and I suppose that's the reason I built the scouts this time, because that large fleet bonus is an extra +1, isn't it? So I've got 7 ships, he's got 9, so nobody's getting the bonus. So I'm attacking with 4 +2 for my attack technology. 6. He's only got the 1 built-in defense, no technology defense. So 6 minus 1. We need a 5 or less. We need this. Right, we've got this. We've got that anyway. So that. Now they've got 2 hull grunt. Yeah, this is not going to work. Okay, so that's our attack. So they are going to roll. Well, they're going to roll 9 on this. There's 6 of them though, so I'll roll 6 dice at a time. Remember, and I've only got 4, so they need. They've got an attack technology of 1, so that's 5. We've got a defense technology of 1, so that's 1. So they need 4s or less, and they're gonna roll. Well, if I roll the first 4, and I might just roll an all 9. So 4s or less. Here's the first 4. Nothing. Ooh, okay. So that's the first 4. So it's got 5 more to roll, but it needs to hit 6. So it's just going to roll all 5. That'll roll 4 dice. So I'll roll these 4s or less. Oh. Well, 1 good roll and 1 bad roll. So that's 3 of them gone, and he's got 1 more roll. So 3 of them are dead. 1 more roll. 4s or less. Oh, come on. So 4 of them are gone. That's game over, I think. They'll get the large bonus now as well. Okay, well, I've got 2 scouts to fire back. Only, sadly. So, yeah, it's just, I'm going for the cruisers. They're all the same, just because there's more than 6 of them. we've got attack technology of 1, so I've got 4 against their 1, so I need 3s or less, rolling 2, 3s or less, nothing. Right, cruiser needs 5 or less. That's a 6 as well. Okay, so they're 9. Sorry, I remember they're getting a +1 this time because they had 9 ships. We had only 3, so they double us. So they're rolling 2 dice at a time to try and take this out. They need 4 +1 for their attack, +1 for the large fleet. It's 6 -1 for my defense, so it needs 5s, 2 at a time. That's 1 hat. It's got 7 more dice to roll. I'll roll it 1 at a time. 5s, did I say? Yeah, 5s. So that's 3 dice rolled. 5s. Yeah, that's it. So that's 4 dice rolled. It's still got 5 dice to roll. All my scouts are gone. Still got 5 dice to roll. So it'll just be rolling all. Well, yeah, that's all that's left. So it's going to roll 5 on this because it doesn't need to save dice up now. Its attack is, remember, 4 +1 is 6. I've got built-in defense and technological defense. That's -2, so it's 4s he needs, and he's got 5 more dice. 4s or less. Needs 2 of them. He's only got 1 there. So 1 hat damages that. He's got 1 more dice. What's the chances? You know what? We're not going to win this battle anyway. 4s or less. That's a 4. So he keeps all 9 of his ships. I'm clearly not doing very well here. His damage just drops off. All we did was take 1 of his ships out. But again, him attacking our scouts first is what causes the trouble there. Mainly. So, well, hang on, we're not finished with the die rolls then. I'm not sure what happened to this minerals. I'm just going to take it away. I think it's... you know what, I'm leaving it aside just now. I'm going to have to call it here anyway. So, I'll leave the minerals lying if I find... It maybe gets dropped in the planet. I mean, my guess is it's on this colony, and this colony is about to get destroyed, so... So there's 9 die rolls. It needs to hit 3 times, and it's attacking with 4 +1. It doesn't get the large fleet thing. So 4 +1 for his attack technology. So 9 dice, because there's 9 ships. Needs a 5 or less with them, and only needs 3 hits. So 5 or less, that's 2 hits. Needs 1 more hit out of 5 more dice. And that'll do. Right. Just a formality ruling, wasn't it? So that colony can go away. And these 9 ships, 9 cruisers can go in there. I mean, they've actually moved, but this is the end of the turn anyway, isn't it? So I'll just be flipping them back up. Yeah, I don't know, starting to feel a little deflated and wonder if we should just call it the game. I mean, again, I've not played this game enough to know that if I'm completely defeated right now, and if the videos were up to date and I was able to release it out there to you, and then somebody maybe tell me, yeah, just throw the towel in because you're not going anywhere. But I don't know for sure. I don't know. I mean, we're about to go into an economic phase and gain some more points and build some stuff up. But So are they. We have, I mean, if anything, we have done this, and that helps a little bit, but in the blue player, you've still got to defeat it as well. So that was turn 3. We're going back here. This is only a D12, and I don't have access to a D20 right now, so I'll just put that to 3. That's 13, but it's tracked on the paperwork anyway. Yeah. Probably feels like I should. I mean, I've only lost 5 points there, haven't I? There was no connection, but I lost another bunch of ships. I mean, I lost another 48 points worth of ships, wasn't it? Okay, maintenance drops, but and I lost 5 points. So going by that, I'm probably going to be bringing in. I'm not getting that minerals either. Is it 55 plus the pipelines? 61 minus any maintenance, which is no. I'm not, yeah, I've got this cruiser. So 61 minus the 2 is 59 points. Is it worthy? I mean, they've got 9 cruisers, so that's over 100. What did they have? 10? How did? No, have I dropped them? Have they got 8 now? I did hit 1, did I not? Oh no, I only damaged 1, didn't I? So they've still got the 9. Yeah, I only damaged 1. So they've still got the 9, which is so what did I say? 59 points worth is going up against 108 points worth. Again, it just feels kind of hopeless. Maybe I should play on to the death though and end that. But I think you'd probably be okay if I just said, look, let's just throw the towel in here and call it. I'm at the end of this video though, so you know what? I'll maybe just leave it there as an this could be the end. I might just not come back. Whether I'll leave a comment or not. Don't like to leave a comment because it sort of might spoil it if anybody's, you know, whether that's a huge big deal or not. But so I might just say this is the last one. I don't know. I'll look at it and think about it again, and maybe better moving on though. I do still have my other game that I've got 2 other games on the go, to be honest. But I am curious about reading the rules up more on this bot thing, so I might have a go at that. Possibly play on an easy mode if I can. Certainly shouldn't have been playing that hard, and that was only because I hadn't clipped the other counters, which is a bit silly, isn't it? And then we could have the green player starts down here somewhere. But they only get, so you're up against 3 alien players, which sounds worse, but they only get 5 points per roll, and their defense doubles to 10. So you can see the points is huge. It's just never ending. Yeah. So more than likely, I might just call this the end. But I'll ponder on it, and you never know. I might come back and do a little bit more. Okay, cheers.